Welcome to the Jay and Cody Show. This is Jay. I'm here with a few people. You guys know them. Christine, Gabe Evangelista. Everyone's here. Everyone here except for Cody. For the, I don't know, third, fourth time?
It's been a while.
You've been covering a lot. You've been doing a lot of our shows.
I have.
Which is cool, which is fun. Yeah,
I enjoy it.
He's got some stuff going on in his life.
Yep.
Well, from what I understand, we gotta speak about it because it's kind of the elephant in the room. But last night, Cody and Christine went out, and they were kind of looking for a certain type of gentleman. From what I understand, and they saw a large male named Tyrone, and guy came up to Christine and was like, "Well, how much?" And she's like, 600. So he took Cody back, and now Cody's getting fitted for a cork, I guess.
Oh,
what's going on.
Is that what's happening?
Yeah, every time he farts, he's just losing his lower intestine, so it's a sad thing.
Yeah, I can
It
believe
was a
that.
good story.
He's getting corked. Well, that's what I thought. I mean, that's what you were telling me earlier.
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
Okay.
But he'll be back, I'm sure, at some point.
Maybe.
Maybe.
We never know. Find out.
That's his dog.
That is.
Yep.
You have an awesome dog.
Thank you.
And so, anyway, guys, I'm going to start off with saying how your week's been so far.
Yeah, how has your week been?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, boring.
Mine's been very busy.
Actually,
Extremely busy.
pathetic is how I would use it. You know how I woke up today, by the way? Well,
How?
aside from,
You fall off your bed?
I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say how I woke up, but I would say the last thing in my head, I had a sex dream, right?
Oh.
Right?
Nice.
It's cool, yeah. No, it was about my wife. How fucking pathetic is that? I can have a sex dream about anybody, and I have it about my wife. That's fucking ridiculous. And to add on to ridiculous and pathetic, I've had "Let It Go" stuck in my head for like 3 days.
That's sad.
Like I come
Why-
up here,
How?
huh?
Is your
Just-
kids watch it? Or your kid watch it?
No, not really. Don't know where it came from.
Huh.
I think I'm having like a stroke or something. But you know, like I like drive, you know, like getting
Midlife
ready to
crisis?
get here. I'm
Is
like
that what it
listening
is?
to like Drake, and I'm kind of, you know, trying to get into like a energy or whatever. But "Let It Go" is still going on in my head.
Yeah,
pathetic.
I have this
That's not
theme
good.
song from this elephant movie stuck in my head the past few days.
Elephant movie.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it. My daughter has some stupid elephant movie. It's about elephants that are fighting and they turn into zombies and stuff. It's kind of a weird kid's
They turn
movie.
into It's a kids movie.
Yeah. I'll have to let you watch it.
Huh.
It's kind of interesting.
I mean, it got me hard.
Should I be worried?
My daughter loves this movie because it has elephants in it. But I've been having really strange dreams myself. Not sex dreams, but just weird dreams in general.
Well, I'll say this just to, you know, I never have sex dreams. Like never. So it's kind of weird.
You know,
to have had anybody.
they say if you have sex dreams, it means you're lacking real sex in your real life.
Yeah, but see, that's weird. I've had sex like 3 times this week, which is crazy. I never have sex.
Lucky.
Man,
I think I masturbated that much this week.
you masturbated that much today since you've
Probably.
been in studio.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Looking at Gabe's dog.
it's pretty attractive.
Hey, I got one in. I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
That's pretty good.
There's a surprise in the back of your chair.
Oh. I was just sitting there.
A little bit on your ear too. A little something about Mary going on.
Oh, yeah?
You guys get that right? I'm not that old.
Is it when she gets the cum in her hair? and-
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
You
a
guys
little
both
old.
like gave
I'm
me that
older
look.
than
Like
you.
what? I'm like,
How old are you?
23.
Yeah, I'm way older than you.
you're like 3 years older.
4, going on 4.
What?
You're 27?
I'll be 27 in August.
Yeah, you got plenty.
Old as fuck. I'm like fixing to go over the hill.
You got plenty of
Yeah, I
time.
know.
I mean, you're gonna probably die in the next year, but that's no big deal.
That's what happens with Xannies and cocaine. You eventually die.
Keeps life exciting.
Or you keep going, and
End up like
you
daydreaming.
lose your hair and you get like buff, and maybe you wear affliction shirts.
And your face flattens out.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
Yeah.
You get
That's what
bald and
happens,
buff.
huh?
here's the sad thing is either you make it, either you die at 27, or you keep going, but you're just kind of a loser,
Like Adrian.
like everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you think
Most
about
people.
the coolest people. 27 died. You know. That's all I'm
I
saying.
don't honestly. I don't want to live to see 50. I really.
You
don't.
say that now, but when you're 49, you're gonna be like, yeah, you know what? I'll live to see 50.
Yeah.
Like I think we do that as people. Like, oh man, I don't want to see 60. I don't want to be so old. But
That you
I
can't
think
really
then-
do anything anymore.
I think when you get to
Nothing
that
that
age,
excites
maybe,
you right now.
like when you're just like drooling and
I was.
you know, maybe then you want to die.
Yeah.
But if you still kind of got it together, you can, you know, have friends, watch TV.
I think
jerk
guys
off,
look at
whatever.
it differently. Like
Yeah,
women,
jerk
we
off.
start to hit a midlife crisis around that point when we realize we're aging and we got gray hairs and our bodies don't look that good anymore.
What
And it's
what
just
age
not
is that?
cool. Like mid 30s, early 40s. That's when it starts to sink in.
See, guys' midlife crisis starts at like 30.
I've hit my midlife crisis.
Because you know, like, you're not going to do anything anymore. Like, you're not.
Here,
you're
I'll
too
show
old.
you an example of my midlife
Yeah.
crisis. It's when I came
I
to
can believe that.
realization.
I mean,
on
kind of. It's
everything.
not true.
Maybe a little bit.
It's not really true at all. But you have that idea, like, shit, like, nothing's going to pick
Can't go
itself
out
up.
anymore. Da, 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 you know,
Okay,
yeah. You're
this
just
is the
kind
beginning
out
of
that.
my midlife crisis when I realized I can't wear shit like this anymore. Do you see this?
I don't.
Look at my damn stomach. I used to never have this.
It's not that bad.
The fuck it isn't. Would you be?
Okay.
Would this be
She
nice to
has-
see in public? No. I look like a sausage.
Like a sausage.
You tweet that
I
picture
don't know if I'd
out
take that far.
No.
or send it out on Facebook. See, we can't reference it, but she's got like a little bit of a stomach. If you know her, she's pretty small.
Yeah.
I mean, Gabe could probably. Gabe's really tiny, so. You
I'm
know,
really tiny.
you could probably pull off that look, but
I want to go for it. I'm gonna find a small shirt.
you should.
Oh, this is what I did to my lip trying to do the Kylie Jenner lip.
But the
plumping.
point is, good lord,
Oh, with that lip exploder
Yes.
or whatever you were.
lips all bloody looking. It looks like Gabe after he's been out of the gentleman's club.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man, that was a good time.
Before we get the hep cream on there.
You don't want to know what else, but
The
yeah.
genital warts, though, I already know.
God
It's-
damn it!
It's like
Told you not to tell anybody.
Sorry. It catches my hand.
Bullshit.
It's weird.
Catches your hand, huh?
I got all sorts of
Yeah, I
like
can
weird
believe
bumps
that.
on my hand after that. No, but anyway, going back. Anything interesting going on in your guys' weekend, week?
Fuck no.
Just a lot of music producing.
You got anything good coming?
Can't really. Oh yeah, I got some good stuff coming.
Yeah. What's,
I can't really talk about it yet.
well,
It's
that
gotta
was
be kind of
pointless.
straight out of the.
That was.
But
pointless.
no, we can talk about it a little bit.
Who are you working with? Or can you not talk about that?
I guess I can talk about my main guy, Ernie.
Ernie Coons.
Yeah. He
Ernie
he
Coons.
says that he can't.
I'll show you a picture of him.
Yeah. I'll pull a picture really quick.
Ernie Coons like the most gangster white boy you'll ever see in your life. I'm not playing with you at all.
Yeah.
He's really cool though.
Pretty
I like
talented
him.
guy.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
He thinks that he can't. He doesn't have any talent, but he does. It's pretty impressive.
He's really pretty.
It's really impressive.
Yeah, he's a real pretty guy. I'd bone him.
I bet you would.
That's him right there.
Yeah, I mean, either he's high or he's.
He's always high.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
How do you do anything? Like, when, like, Christine, are you a smoker?
No, I melt into couches when I smoke.
Right. Like, how do you do
I stay standing up.
How do you do shit when you get
I
high?
can't. I
yeah.
really can't.
Really?
Like I laugh, I eat, and I melt into a couch. It's the same cycle.
Right. I can barely hold a
What?
conversation together.
I laugh if someone talks to me. I'm like, what? I can't do it.
Like, I'm just like, I'm in a world inside of my own head thinking about all sorts of stuff. Like, you can go from, like, I don't know, string theory and, like, the theory of relativity to, like, I don't know, like, religion and shit, just all in my head. Like all in like 10 minutes, it can be happening. Like all
You can't
these like
shut your fucking brain off.
misfires going on and shit.
That is crazy.
But
Yeah.
It just
like,
opened up
but if
my
you
mind.
ask
I
me, if
could
you're
think-
like, "Hey man, what's going on?" I'd be like, like, you know, like,
I feel like I got Down syndrome. Like my face is melting when I get high.
yes, yeah.
Like, what did you say?
Do you remember that old commercial? That old commercial was like animated, and they like it'd be the dog and the kid. And the guy,
Oh,
and the
yeah, I
guy
know
would
what
be like
you're talking
smoking
about.
a joint, and the guy
Mhm.
would be like, or the kid, the dog would be like, "You really disappoint me," and he'd be like all melty and.
I can't.
I hated that fucking commercial because I used to get high and I'd see it and I'd be like, "Oh no,
I
I'm letting,
disappointed the dog."
I'm letting that dog down."
Change it. I'm letting that dog down.
Put Care Bears back on so I get an erection.
Well, I was told if I smoke weed, it would help me go to sleep at night, and it does not help with sleeping. I sit up there and I think and I think,
It's horrible.
and then I get paranoid too.
Yes, yes.
Like
I can't
there's
do-
one time I got so high I started twitching. Like
What?
yeah, like my legs and arms started to twitch. It was weird as fuck, and I felt like my face was twitching too.
Well, and as a parent, don't you start getting that like
What if my kid wakes up?
I'm irresponsible
Yes.
thing? Yes. Ugh, it's
Like,
the
I-
worst.
one-
That's what made me quit. My stupid kid made me quit smoking weed.
It's not cool anymore. Now
Yeah,
I
it's
do
kinda
cocaine.
fucked up.
Like,
Just
I
keep
can't,
up with them.
I can't get rid of him, so I gotta get rid of the weed. Ugh.
Yeah, my daughter woke up one night and I was like
Man.
fucking blazed. Like, and she woke up and she's like, "I'm thirsty, mommy." I felt like I was moving like this to the kitchen to get her a drink. I'm like,
Like I'm thirsty.
and
man.
all I could keep thinking was,
What's-
"You fucking suck at life."
right?
Like,
No, that's exactly it. You're just like in your own head. I'm horrible.
I was like, "What kind of fucking parent are you?" Like,
You're just like, what's up, man?
God forbid if she like woke up puking or something. Like, I don't know what the
Right.
fuck to do.
Yeah.
Man.
Or needs to be rushed to the hospital. You'd be fucked. You'd just be like,
You call an ambulance.
yeah, calling
For
your
both of
mom,
you.
calling anyone, right? I mean, I guess that would be the good thing, I guess. If your kid had to go to the hospital, and like, let's say they fell and broke their arm, and you were really blazed, you could play like you're in shock, and you're freaked out.
I don't think it would work.
You might.
No.
Or,
With glazed eyes and droopy face.
good point, good point. And the whole like, they'll
They'd
be
be
talking
like-
to
they'd
you.
be like,
Okay,
"I
would you
think
like us to handle this? We can either set it or we can go to an operation. How would you feel? What?
And they whisper,
What?
"I think his father's retarded."
Right, yeah. That's what I get. Special.
She's got autism.
I
Speak
I
very
think
slow.
there's something wrong with him.
We need to draw diagrams.
No, weed's not my drug of choice. I do it like every once in a blue moon, but it's not my drug of choice. I'm an upper person. I like to go.
Really?
Mhm.
So, see, I don't know. I've quit drugs pretty much.
I don't have the same tolerance for it. I want to say like a month or two ago, I did some coke and I puked my fucking guts out, like
Really?
projectile vomiting everywhere.
That's crazy.
I have no tolerance for anything.
I've done
anymore.
coke like twice in my life and it sucked. It was horrible. Like, not sucked. It
You just gave
didn't
it a
do
second
anything.
chance. That's what you did again.
It just didn't do shit. Well,
Probably got
like,
baking
okay.
soda.
That's probably what it was.
No, I'll say this. Like, I felt really happy and like I can do anything, but like for like 20 minutes, I'm like, well, you need to do more coke. I'm like, didn't I just do like $30 worth of coke? Well, yeah.
Good
You
lord.
mean so to stay high on coke, I'm spending like $80, $100
That's
a day?
ridiculous.
Ah, fuck that. I'll just smoke weed.
No.
Being single and like by yourself, like in college or whatever, fucking weed's the best. But I don't know. I don't miss drinking or smoking weed. I
So
mean,
many bad things has happened when I got drunk.
drinking is horrible.
Woke up to people that I didn't want to wake up next to.
Or just that feeling when you wake up and you,
Oh god.
especially like if it's hot outside, and you wake up and
Oh,
you're like kind of clammy
that
and
is
sweaty.
terrible.
Your head hurts.
You fall asleep with your head in the toilet, all kinds of crazy shit. Nope.
Comedy Central's running reruns of like some shitty movie that you and you just feel like crap. You
Yeah.
want to puke. It's horrible.
Yeah, I turn into something else when I get drunk. A person I don't like.
Cody?
It's worse than Cody.
You fall in love at the drop of a dime.
I love everybody when I'm drunk. I love them so much, I bring them home with me. You wake up the
Nice.
next morning and be like, what the fuck did I do? Oh, God, no. There's been times I've snuck out of my own house just to get away from
Just to
shit.
get away from people.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have that fear, I guess, or that. I even like when I was drunk and whatever. I was never ever like a one night stand person. Never had a one night stand.
We've had this discussion. You gotta be
Even-
emotionally tied to
Even
somebody.
drunk though. Like I'm saying, like I still.
Do you have to be emotionally tied to somebody?
Yeah, I do. I
To
do.
have sex.
Yeah.
I
This
can-
whole
I can
conversation.
believe
What about you? I mean, are you can you pick up a chick and just like take her home and
Fuck her and go on with life.
or you miss her?
Yeah. No.
See?
I was at that point at one time.
I don't think you've went through your slut phase yet. I went through my slut phase and it wasn't very good.
Yeah, I don't think I will.
I fucked like 20.
Oh
people
no,
before
you are.
Huh?
You're gonna turn 40. You just
I just
Everybody
go after
goes through it at
everybody.
different points of time.
I don't value sex that much. It literally is like somewhere in like the bottom 20 of like
I think
priorities.
because you're not very sexually inhibited, like you haven't experienced it, you don't know what you like just yet.
I've experienced a lot, especially in high school.
I'm sorry.
I mean, my uncle was right there, and I mean, he was making sure
He was
that
right
I knew.
there.
what's his name? I forgot.
I'm not bringing that
Uncle,
up. I'm not bringing that up. So apparently, someone heard me. Someone I'm related to heard me bring up the uncle molester thing, and they're like, "Yeah, don't bring his name up anymore." Because I mean, he's gay. He's never molested. It was just a joke, but
Yeah, it was just a joke.
right. Sure. No. So to turn subject, whatever. We've got. I think out of all the news that's happened this week, and there's been a lot. There's been a lot of big things going on. I think what we really need to focus on is Nicki Minaj and Remy Ma fighting, right? I mean, isn't that on the top of?
I mean, in a hip hop world,
No, it's
yeah,
not.
but it's not like a.
It's complete. Why
Well,
is that?
Beyonce's
Why
pregnant
the
with
fuck
twins.
is
That's
that
really
everywhere?
popular too.
Yeah, why is that everywhere?
Beyonce's like damn near up with Jesus at this point. Like everybody keeps up
Jesus
with everything
wishes
she
he
does.
got the credit that Beyonce.
Fuck
got.
yeah, people like she has her own little thing called the Beehive where people worship her.
Yeah,
Listen,
she does.
don't get me wrong. I'm all about Queen
I
Bee.
forgot
But
about
Like
that.
God forbid if you say one bad thing about Beyonce, these people will attack you and make your life a living hell.
well,
It's
and
a
she
cult.
must be somewhat famous, or I mean, not
I think
famous.
she sold her
but
soul
in
to
the
Satan.
media, the news media, because I was reading on CNN, you pieces of shit. I read an article that said Beyonce's twins are the last like strand of humanity that we have. Are you fucking kidding me?
That's
Beyonce's kids
ridiculous.
are the last true humanity that we have left. Ugh. I mean,
You will never
they're gonna
see
be no different than any other rich white privileged kid. I know they're black, they're fucking white. I mean, they're fucking privileged. They're gonna do better than anyone else. They're not the last great humanity.
Well,
I mean,
Beyonce and Jay-Z are looked at in the community as the most powerful people in the world, pretty much.
but they're not. I mean, they're not even. Okay, top like power couple. Who would you go with, Gabe?
I honestly don't know.
No idea. You got nothing. Power. You?
There's too many people. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, there's Angelina and Brad Pitt. There's Kanye and Kim.
Not even close. Not even close.
I don't fucking know.
Bill and Melinda Gates is the top power couple.
But nobody talks about them.
Yeah, they don't need to. They're billionaires. They run this world pretty much. I mean,
Yeah.
billion on top of
Yeah.
billion. That's what I'm saying. Like, celebrities aren't. I don't know. They're not that important. I guess I don't know. While we're on the topics of celebrities, did you guys watch the Oscars?
I did not. I didn't even know it was going on
My
until
cable's cut off right now.
it was almost over.
I didn't watch it either. But I don't know. Do you think I heard there's all these people talking about how the fact that Moonlight won, like they gave it to him. La La Land should have actually won.
Oh
but
yeah, I
they
did hear
felt
about
like,
that.
well, we don't want to be seen. We don't want to seem racist and homophobic, so we give it to Moonlight. Do you think there's any truth to that, or
Probably.
really?
Not to seem racist and homophobic.
Isn't that the exact opposite though? Saying like, well, the gay black movie actually wasn't as good.
I don't know. People make, like, honestly,
It
my
wasn't,
opinion
though.
on everything is, instead of things being rated on talent or anything, it's, it's like walking on eggshells. If one person doesn't get it, then everyone's gonna bitch. I don't know.
I don't know
became
if
a
that's
really big thing.
If that's the case though, because I think if you ask me, you haven't heard anything from like Emma Stone or Ryan Gosling or any of the people from La La Land.
Nope.
If it happened the opposite though, and Moonlight would have had it taken away from them, it would have been everywhere. I think anyway. I think the cast for Moonlight would be, and then you'd have a lot of, and I hate playing this side of it, but I think you'd have a lot of black people saying, "Oh, this is bullshit. They stole it from us." Blah blah blah. But you don't have it this way. Like the white people are like, whatever. Don't care. That's all I'm saying. I don't know. To be honest, I saw both movies. I like La La Land. I thought it was okay.
Hey, look. Cody just liked our status.
But I don't know. Have you seen any of the big Oscar movies this year?
Nope.
Not really. I haven't watched hardly any movies.
Me neither.
I went to go see one movie. I don't even know what it was now.
You have a system that allows you.
I know.
To watch.
I do. I'm just so busy.
Yeah, I got like 8 million other things to do than sit around and watch TV nowadays.
Do you?
Yeah, I really do. Being a woman's hard.
I guess I don't. I've got a lot of time at night where I do nothing. I got a good like 3 or 4 hours where I don't do shit. I love it. See, maybe that's it. I figured it out. You guys spend your time thinking about sex.
It's
I don't
exactly.
prioritize it, so I'm
Yeah, usually when I put
That's
my
what
kid
it
to bed,
is. That's
I
exactly
have
what
a
it is.
routine. I have a routine. I put my kid to bed at night. I go to the living room and masturbate. Go get a snack out of the kitchen. Take a shower. Go to bed.
See?
That's almost exactly like my night.
See, your
Well.
guys' masturbatory time is my time to watch a movie.
It's such a stress reliever.
You know what's funny is that
Watching
right there,
games is a
right
good
there where you're
stress reliever,
sitting,
too.
Zach. Right there where you're sitting.
Is that why I'm stuck to the...
Huh? Yeah, that's why you're stuck
That's
to the
why I
couch.
sat down. It kind of just broke apart.
Yeah, about
Yeah,
that.
there's probably a part
So.
on my couch like that too.
What?
That's just a normal person's couch.
I think so, honestly. I mean, that's like...
I can go get my black light. We can check it out.
That's why I was talking about the... there was a curtain at, like, my ex-girlfriend's house that had so much jizz on it. Because, like, I would always wipe my dick off on the curtain.
Ew, why would you do... I would be so mad if a guy did that to my curtains. What the fuck are you doing?
That is strange.
It was right by the bed. Okay, it was right by the bed.
I would just wipe my dick right here.
It seemed to be the quickest, you know?
Huh.
I would cuss a guy out if he wiped his dick on my curtains.
Where the fuck's he gonna wipe his dick?
In the bathroom?
Yeah, but if you don't want it dripping.
You hold your cup it. It kind of reminds me when I used to suck my ex's dick. He always thought that I was swallowing, but what I really did was I would spit it in my hand and throw it off the side of the bed. Well, I didn't know I was throwing it into his tennis shoes.
Oh.
That's hilarious.
He put his shoes on one day and he pulled it out. I was like, what the fuck's in my shoe? And he had a dog, so he thought his dog peed in it. But he started sniffing it and he's like, that's not piss. So
Smells
I
like
sniffed
the
it.
ocean.
I sniffed it and I was like, that's semen. And I was like, I didn't want to tell him because he thought I was swallowing. It made him really proud to think that I was swallowing, but I
Really?
really wasn't. Yeah. It made him feel powerful to make him think that I was swallowing his nut, but
Some-
I really wasn't.
Some guys are really hung up on that.
Yeah,
Yeah, they are.
he was kind of weird.
I've never met a girl that won't do that.
What, swallow?
Yeah,
He had
Just-
really thick cum. It was like almost like woody texture.
like clam chowder.
Yeah, like he's the cum on my chest, and I could literally stand up and walk to the bathroom, and it wouldn't drip. It would just stay stuck in
And
one
just stay
spot.
right there.
It was disgusting. I
Like he
couldn't
could
swallow
paint
it.
with it.
It was a good
Oh,
facial
man,
cream.
that
Though. I
was
used to
so
like rubbing
funny.
it into my face.
See, that's the kind of girl I don't meet enough of. But No. Anyway, just to briefly go back to this, I thought personally that Moonlight sucked.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you touch base on what it was about?
You don't know what it's about?
I'm
don't
telling you, I
either.
don't watch
Really?
movies.
You guys don't even know what it was about?
No.
Well, I mean,
I'm more into music than I am movies.
it was kind of a big deal.
Yes.
Okay, so basically it's about. It was. I mean,
It sounds gay.
it is gay, actually. It's about a young black boy that grew up in the hood, and he was a homosexual, and he's like get beat up, and how hard it is to be gay in that like culture. So when you think about it, you're like, oh, that'd be a good premise for a movie, but so much of it is like, you ever watch like any of those like independent films where like people they don't talk very much,
Yeah.
and they're just like hang their head a lot? That was pretty much the movie.
Creepy.
It's
Like they're
nothing
just
like
depressed.
empty
The
space.
whole fucking movie is like just head down, depressed, blah blah blah. So then you
There's
watch
no
like
gay sex or anything going on?
I wish
Okay.
He doesn't-
It's not worth
he
Much
watching.
as you wanted.
he doesn't go past high school, which I mean that's perfect for some of us, but they won't show it on whatever. You know. But then you got like La La Land, nice musical.
Oh God, no.
You got
I hate
I've
musicals.
not seen that either.
I
It
mean,
drives me fucking nuts. I can't do it.
it's okay. It's still not. The girl that sang the opening song is actually from Newton.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Go figure.
I mean, huge.
It's kind of cool in a way.
It is, but I mean, if you ask me, none of those fucking Oscar movies are worth a shit.
Oh, I know. It's all about the critics and everything these days.
Deadpool came out this year.
Well, didn't come out this year.
It came out last year.
It came out last spring, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it came out in that calendar year.
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah. Not up for any of them. It was a great fucking movie. It revolutionized everything. I don't know if you guys have seen Logan yet, but
I have not.
oh, yeah.
Didn't it just come out this last Friday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A Luke.
Probably.
A Luke.
Oh.
What is it?
Yeah, Luke.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of Cody,
Which Cody? K or C?
K.
Oh, okay.
Who's
Yeah.
K Cody?
It's our
Yeah.
program.
Yeah, it's our program.
We can
It's
watch
awesome.
any movie, any TV show,
I'll show you
anything for free.
sometime. You know what you could do? Take it to the shop.
Yeah.
Could.
Oh yeah. I've been planning to for a while.
But yeah, I heard that, or I read something about how this Cody box may be illegal soon.
What? No.
I don't know if it's the box or what, but I want to see if I can find it real quick. Oh yeah, right here. If it'll load. There we go. It's a Cody box, so
Oh.
I don't know if.
Oh, that's not what we got. It like dress it up any way I can.
Yeah, hopefully they don't.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're like, no, we're fine. It's like when you have a bump, and you're like, oh no, cancer can't be there. No, I'm
No,
good.
there's
Yeah.
no way. No. So hopefully it doesn't affect the actual Cody program, but if you have a Cody box, I'd advise getting a Fire Stick because those things are fucking awesome anyway.
So, not to move on from your
Oh, that's
important PSA.
it. Yeah,
But,
public service announcement.
I think people got that. I would hope so.
Oh, I forgot to say that at the beginning.
The other big thing this week was Trump's presidential address. Did you guys catch that?
I've kind of quit following
Just-
him.
Clips of it.
That's all that's in the news.
I get tired of
Yeah.
hearing about him, honestly. It's gotten to a point now I just really don't care to hear about him anymore. I know it's important. I get that crap
You
all
gotta
the time.
keep caring. You gotta keep caring because we got. I mean, I'll just run this by you guys. Trump and the Republicans have said that healthcare, the national, Obamacare and whatever,
Yeah.
they've just taken a shit on it for the last like 4 years.
Yeah.
Haven't let it become anything that Obama wanted it to be. And Trump's exact quote this week was, "Who would ever think healthcare could be so confusing?" Like, that's bullshit. Really? That's the guy that we follow? That's our president. A guy. Who the fuck would think healthcare could be so confusing? But you took a shit on Obama's plan and then ruined it, and then you're trying to pass it off as, well, we had nothing to do with it. It was all Obama. But everything he tried to pass, they weren't letting him go through. And we're stuck with this shitty plan that we have now because Republicans wouldn't allow certain things to be done on it. And the GOP and the Republicans are releasing their own healthcare plan here really soon.
Really?
So this is really important. I think we've got to keep up. Like, you definitely want to make sure that he doesn't shortchange all of us. Not to mention, I mean, there's a lot of things going on with Trump and the presidential, like, people said Hillary will start a war and blah, 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 but, so at least we don't have Hillary. But Trump is taking everything
wars.
and changing everything.
Yeah.
Like, those of you that have children, you might be interested to know that, which is all of us in this room, that Trump is wanting to implement something called the Education Choice Act, which he will give you a fifth of what it costs to put your kid in public school, and then you can choose to either put your kid into public school or private school. But he's only giving you a fifth of what it takes to put your kid in public school. So you have to pay for the rest. Your kid has to go to school.
Which is probably only a couple $100.
Probably a couple $100 a month, right? But he says it's
Oh,
a
he gives
choice.
it to you a month? Each
I'm
month?
sure, something like that. It's probably a credit is how it'll work.
Yeah.
And they'll say, okay, so basically you'll keep your kid going to public school. You'll go there, and once a month they'll say, hey, you owe $600 to keep your kid in.
The fuck?
Yeah, well, but see, you have the choice to put your kid into private school that way. Yeah. Which, by the way, private school is like 3 times more expensive.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
At
so there's
least.
no fucking way poor people ever get their kid in private school. But what it does is it incentivizes going to private school for the rich people.
Yeah.
So these rich children are going to be better in our up-and-coming society. That's just one of the many things, like, why we got to pay attention. Another thing, kind of weird, that I'd bring up. You guys know about the Keystone Pipeline,
Yeah.
correct? And the Native Americans and whatever. And you saw that Trump won the battle, and we are going ahead with the Keystone Pipeline. You've also heard about the Russian thing, right?
Kind of.
That we might be involved. We don't really know, but there's some weird.
Oh, we're involved. There's no doubt.
I feel like, yeah, at this point, there's probably some Russia shit going on. Here's kind of something that's weird. The Keystone Pipeline will not be using American steel, like to build that giant fucking pipe. And I mean, if you can imagine how much steel would go into this, I mean, just
Yeah.
fucking
Absolutely absurd amount.
yeah, more than you could shove in your anal. But
Yeah.
you could fit a lot in there. Christine's last boyfriend, Tyrone, told me about it. But, no, like, 40% of that steel is coming from Russia. Isn't that weird? I just find
That is extremely weird. Not really. Because they have something to do with Russia. Well, Russia has something to do with us. I don't know, however you want to put it.
Right, yeah. And I mean, there's probably more to talk, like, I don't want to get too much involved in all of that, because it's kind of whatever, but it's weird, to say the least. And we're actually hoping Wes would be here by now, so him and I could have more of a debate on this kind of stuff, because Wes is a huge Trump supporter.
Oh no.
Yeah. He's a nice guy, though. But here's something that I can kind of bring up. A little off topic from Trump. I kind of want to sprinkle in the Trump, not involved too Trump heavy. You guys are, both of you, in fact, and even myself, I'm included in this, between the ages of 20 and 35.
Oh, yeah?
Yep, all of us. Okay, so I read this article recently, and it's kind of weird. It states that 80% of all millennials, which is 20 to 35, identify as being lonely.
Huh.
What do you guys feel? Do you ever feel like? Would you say you're lonely?
Mm,
I used to feel that way. Oh yeah.
people who think they're lonely, though, don't realize they actually have people that are just very introverted.
I mean, that might be.
I mean, I go through that phase a lot. I'll be like, damn, I have no friends. Nobody wants to hang out with me. And then I start to think that I suck at life and everything. But then I realize the fact I'm lonely is because I don't make the effort to be a friend.
Like people are like, "Hey, you want to do something?" Or,
No.
So what are they saying? We're lazy?
No, it's for
Is that what
lonely.
they're saying?
They're just saying that we.
Well, they're
identify-
getting to the point where they're saying
Ah,
we're
they
lazy
would.
because we don't go out.
I don't believe that that's the
I have really
case.
bad social
I think that's what it
anxiety.
is.
I can't do it.
I don't know what it is with our generation, but a lot of us have social anxiety. I'm the same way.
Because there's so
I mean,
much
even a couple of years
pressure.
ago, I couldn't do this kind of show. Like,
When I was younger, like 18, 19 years old, just going to Walmart would send my anxiety through the roof. Being around people I didn't know, because I was in a mentality where I was always afraid of what people thought of me. I would go somewhere and I'm like, they're judging me. They're looking at me for too long. Why do they keep looking at me? If someone laughed, I thought they were laughing at me. Now that I'm older, I still have social anxiety, but as you can see today, I'm walking around looking like crap and I don't care.
yeah, is it more of just that, fuck it, I don't give a shit? Or do you think, like, no, they're not paying attention to me?
I mean, no doubt, I'm sure people do pay attention to me when I go out in public, and, you know, there's always going to be some that look at you like, ew, Jesus Christ, what the fuck is that? You know, but with age, you just get to a point you just don't care.
I think that's what a lot of it is.
I mean,
but,
it's-
I
it's-
believe that. I do that sometimes.
It's kind of hard,
It's fun.
you know.
you say, Jesus Christ, what the fuck's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Well, see, what's harder for me, considering my career choice, it's even harder doing what I do with social anxiety because I get on that stage and I'm like, they're judging me. They're looking at my gut. Is my asshole black? Like, you know, all these things go through my head.
That's a weird fucking. That would be so hard.
Like, there's sometimes I freeze, like, and I have to bring myself out of myself just so I don't get to a point where I'm just standing there stiff, like, why are you looking at me? Quit looking at me.
I don't know how you do it. Like before, when I was in the band, and I mean that was years of touring and playing shows and stuff. And before every show, I would puke. I was so nervous. I would
Really?
puke, and then like as soon as I got on stage, everything it was gone. Like I was someone else. But I was so nervous. I hated it. Like it was just for like the half hour before. But doing like what you do, there's no way.
Oh God, the first night I've ever decided to start dancing, I remember I was back in the dressing room and I was sweating. I was like drenched in sweat. I was shaking. I got on that stage and like they turned the music on.
You just slipped down your own sweat.
And I'm just sitting there. I was standing there and I could feel my heels going like this because my legs were shaking. I'm like, what do I fucking do? And everybody's like looking at me like expecting me to do something. I'm like, what the fuck do I do? Like, I didn't know what to do. So they had another girl come up there with me so I wouldn't be alone. I mean, over time, I've been doing this off and on for like 4 or 5 years now. So I've gotten to a point where I can.
Do you have like a routine that like you've kind of worked out on your own, or do you just kind of?
Well, I've learned
Go up
drinking
there
a
and-
glass or two of wine before I get on the stage. That helps a lot. I learned to look in
I
the
would
mirror.
take that into like 6. Like all sloppy drunk.
Oh,
baby.
yeah.
You
Oh,
see my
yeah.
butthole? No.
you know you want this, baby.
Well,
Yeah.
I was told from one
You do
girl.
that pretty well.
I do.
Well, you won't believe how many girls in the strip club, if you actually sit down and talk to them, most of them, when they get on the stage, the first thought that goes into their head is, why am I doing this? They may not show you by the way they're on stage. They portray themselves as very confident, but I've sat and talked to several girls, and they say, honestly, when I get on there, I ask myself, what the fuck am I doing?
That
But
makes
I was
sense.
always told, you know, what I've learned, just look at yourself in the mirror. Don't pay attention to anybody else around you. Just focus on yourself in the mirror and look and listen to the music. That's how you can get in your own little zone. Because when you start looking around and start looking at all the guys looking at you, you're going to get shell-shocked.
I bet. Yeah. Do you ever do? And you work like the big nights too, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh,
There's sometimes I want to run and cry in the bathroom. There's so many damn people in there.
have you ever had any like accidents?
Oh, yeah.
Like trying to I don't know, you put $1 in someone's mouth and you like fling your legs around their head and like you slip and fall off the side of them, or anything horrific ever happen? And like maybe not even to you, but to someone else.
Those nights I usually get the most drunk because there's so many people that come in there.
I bet.
And
yeah.
I'm pretty good with doing little pole tricks now. I've gotten pretty good at that. And I was really fucking fucked up that night. And I was sitting there swinging around the pole, and I tried to go upside down, like swirl down, and I slipped and fell. And like I slammed on the floor, and I was like, God damn it.
Oh.
Like I even heard people go, and I like tried to play it off. I did a little sexy roll.
The
Nice.
sexy roll.
Nice. Ice recovery.
You look more like a wounded
Oh, I
duck.
hurt so bad. I hurt so bad. I thought I fucked my back up. Like it was awful.
He looked like he probably looked like a dog with like hip problems, you know. Like
Well, that's
just-
how I felt. I felt like a deer fresh out of the womb when I stood up. My legs are all, but I played it off. I've accidentally smacked guys in the face with my ass. Cause some guys like to lay on the stage and they want you to pick the dollars out of their mouth
Right.
with your butt cheeks, and
Which,
accidentally
I don't know
smash
how the
someone.
fuck they do that.
It's all ass control. You gotta know how to move your cheeks.
You should practice.
I don't got an ass.
I don't want to see it though.
I am minus an ass.
I really hope you wouldn't do that to no one.
I mean,
Slap me in the
there's
face with
no
balls.
way. Yeah, I mean, it would have to be.
Zach minus an ass.
It would have to be all asshole. Then I'd have one hell of a paper cut.
Gape your asshole open and grab the bill.
Exactly.
I would never go to a
You gotta
club like
stick
that.
something in there, open it up.
That's the only type of club I would go to.
What's it called? Do you know that club?
The manhole.
The Manhole. Go check it
I was
out.
also
It's my
told,
favorite club.
I was also told recently that they're probably going to open a club here in Wichita soon that's strictly for overweight dancers.
I don't think that's a bad idea.
Kind of give them just their own little place. Because, I mean, honestly, when you go to the club, we do have some heavier girls in the club, but it's a lot of discrimination. Like, they can't strip fully nude like the rest of us.
I mean,
the
I'm
club
not-
owner won't let them.
I think there should be a difference, definitely. But like, okay, if you have like Asian look, like a girl that's so skinny she's like Asian boy looking, or you have
Huh.
like Ashley Graham.
I'm trying to picture this. Hold on.
I am all about the Ashley Graham looking girl over the skinny Asian boy looking girl.
Yeah.
That's me. I mean,
I can't get a picture.
like, have you guys seen the new pictures from Baywatch?
Mm-mm.
I'll bring that up because like everyone had like we were kind of looking at these pictures and everyone had like a different I don't know, a different take on it, so to speak. And you know, like my first thought was like, hell yeah, and everyone else was like, oh my god, are you serious? And anyone who's curious about the picture, you can easily find it. Just look up Ashley Graham Baywatch, and you'll see it. So, I'll show you guys. Is that too fat?
Oh.
I mean, they should have airbrushed that a little bit. Her ass doesn't look that appealing there. I mean, I prefer a woman with meat on their bones like that.
See, I
but
would
some
take
of
that
those
ass.
are-
I would take that ass, and I would rub my. I mean, but most guys, like a lot of other guys,
Would
are
you
like,
eat it?
ugh. Well, no, I don't need ass, but I mean,
No, I don't.
I'm gonna convince you one of these days.
I'm just saying, like, I prefer that over like, you know,
Yeah.
real skinny chick. In fact, there's one in here.
No, Boney's not good.
Okay, yeah, here we go. See, blonde, and then Ashley Graham. The blonde doesn't do it for me.
No. Yeah, that's too skinny.
And of course, the other one has the wrong kind of skin.
Ashley Graham, she had. I mean, I don't care too much for her hip region.
I mean, she's a bigger
She's
girl.
thick. I like thick women. But in the same tense, there is that line where you start to hit BBW.
Yeah, yeah. No, and I agree. There is like a little bit of a, but I would like me personally, I would much rather go the other way than the opposite
I think
way.
real men.
Like if you've been doing meth for the last 10 years, like I'm not down. Like
I think.
if I can like if I'm fucking you and I can rest my hand on your
Hey, you don't
pelvic
gotta worry
bone
about teeth,
and
I
like
guess,
use
right?
that as a,
You don't
Like-
gotta worry about the teeth anymore.
I mean, no, but have you ever fucked a really skinny chick where you're like grabbing her pelvic bone.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so gross. It is so creepy. I feel like I'm fucking a skeleton. Ugh.
Hitting it so hard, just like stabbing through your.
Exactly, my dick just bleh, just dies and wants to go up my asshole like normal.
That's just strange.
But anyway,
But
back to the whole thing. The article I was reading about the millennials being lonely. They said in the article to fix it is we should turn off our phones for like a weekend, or
Okay.
no social media for a weekend.
so it kind of forces us to get out there.
Right, or just it opens your eyes to what else is out. Like, oh, hey, my mom wants to talk. Or, I got this and that going on.
I do.
You're
go
not
do more
strictly
things.
staring at Twitter or Facebook.
There was one day the towers for my phone service crashed. The whole 24 hours I couldn't get on Facebook, make calls, or anything. I
Freaking out.
The making
I
calls
flip
would
shit.
be a bitch.
I flipped shit and I'm not even gonna lie about it. Like I had a panic attack.
Okay, so
I'm like, what's going on Facebook? Like
Well,
I
let
can
me-
deal with it.
could you guys go, let's say a week, from this Saturday to next Saturday? No Facebook, no Twitter, unless it's job related.
Yeah, I could.
Facebook's almost like my connection to the world, I guess. I talk to a lot of people on Facebook. I'm sure if you paid me money, I could do it for a week, but I can't make any promises for anything else.
I think I got a 5.
What about a bet? Yeah. That look, that is trepidation. No one can see it, but the look on her face is trepidation. That is, we found a spot on your lung. Like, it's that kind of trepidation,
Aw.
you know?
I mean, if I had other things to
Oh.
do, I mean, honestly, like last week, I really didn't log into social media that much because I was busy with everything else in my life. Like, I've been really busy interior decorating and other things, so I didn't log into social media as much. But I honestly, like, that's one of the first things I do when I wake up in the morning is scroll through Facebook.
Just automatically. What if you took that and, like, go to CNN every morning? Or MSN? Or a news outlet?
I guess I'm such a
every
nosy
morning.
person. I like to know what's going on in other people's lives. I don't know.
Do
I
you-
really don't fucking know. There's something wrong with me. I have a social media addiction.
No, I mean, that's just, no, that's like everybody, though. Like, you're not,
It's more females than males, though. Like,
you're the exact, like, norm. That's what they're saying. Like, we don't want to be taken away from our social media or our phones or
We
anything.
isolate
like that.
ourselves too much.
I will
in this.
say, I will give my credit for this, though. Within the past 2-3 years, I've gotten better with social media. I used to be one of those women you'd see get on Facebook, and whatever was going wrong, if I was fighting with my ex or whatever else, you would know
Oh,
about it
you'd
on
post
social
it?
media. I'd be
Yeah.
like, this motherfucker, he said this to me, and then I'd have all my female friends get on there, be like, fuck him, leave him. I was that woman.
I mean, like, I don't understand why people do that.
It was kind of like a feeling of like self-gratification, like I'm right, you're wrong, and I have everybody to prove you're wrong because look at what everyone's saying about you on social media. I loved it.
Right.
But over time I realized when I started reading other women's status, and I have a lot of them, they'll always post about their significant other cheating. And I just look at them, I'm like, you just make yourself look stupid as fuck because by next week you're still going to be with him.
Exactly, and then you're gonna be like, what, you know, or you run that risk of like talking shit on him, and she's like, well, I'm still with him, and then she gets
Yeah.
mad at you.
Oh, I have a friend. I
Because
just
we all have that friend that, like, in and out of relationships. And,
Oh, I have this one friend. She recently left her child's father because there's a rumor going around at work that he's been flirting with somebody. And I asked her,
Yeah.
is there any solid proof?
Yeah, that was me.
I asked her if there was any solid proof, and she was like, no, I've never seen any text or anything. I was like, okay, well, why did you break up with him? Well, I seen in my newsfeed, she's just talking mad shit on him about how he's a worthless piece of shit and everything, but you know she's going to be back with him by the end of the month. She needs someone to pay her bills.
she had no evidence. That
No
he was
evidence, just
oh, my
rumor.
Lord.
And she's like, I'm so heartbroken. I was like, but you found no text. He said she's lying. Like, the
Fuck
girl
her
has
anyway,
no
though,
proof.
honestly. Like, that's kind of bullshit. Just to be like, oh, I think so.
And she's
So-
like, well, he's cheated on me in the past, but you had evidence in the past. You have no proof today.
No, well, fuck him too, I guess. Then. I mean, do you ever go through your significant whenever you have a significant other? Do you go through their
I'm
phone?
not gonna lie, I go through it all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't.
Guys don't have as much as a tendency as women do. Like, I do it on the slick side. Like, my ex, he would take a shower and I'll go in the bathroom and I'll pick his phone up and I'll sneak back into the bedroom. And he didn't think I knew his code or anything, but I did.
I told Steph, like, straight out, I'm like, unless you want a heartbreak or anything like that, don't look at my phone. You don't want to know what's on my phone.
Well, that's what my ex used to always tell me. He was like, you just piss yourself off.
Yeah,
through
you're
my
just gonna
phone.
be angry. But like my thing is like I'm not fucking around on her, but I'll fucking talk shit on her, or I'll use her as excuses and stuff. Like, you know, like one of my friends was like, hey, you want to go paintballing or something or disc golfing? I'm like, nah, the wife's being a bitch. I can't leave. But like that's not the truth. That's not the case. I just didn't want to go, so I just used that as an excuse.
Well, my ex used to get into my phone all the time. He had the password to my Facebook and everything, and he'd do shit to purposely piss himself off. Like, he'd message guys off my Facebook pretending to be me, and he'd flirt with them, and then they'll start flirting back with me, and he'd get mad at me for
That's
that shit.
fucking crazy.
He'd get mad at me. He'd be like, well, this guy said he'd fuck you. Well, of course he's
I
going to
think
say
he was
he's
like
gonna
jerking
fuck
off
Boy.
while he was talking to the guys.
Huh?
That's what I'm wondering.
Do you think he was like jerking off while he was talking to the guys?
Possibility.
Like
Or I think he
fantasizing
just
about,
did it
like-
because
Like
he...
when I was
Like he's
go ahead.
fantasizing
Well, I-
about like you doing them, and then like
I think it was more because he was fucking around on me, so he had to find a reason to fight with me, and he'd do shit like
Wow.
that.
I
But he,
guess he could be a little bit more healthier than Gabe and I think. Like that's where Gabe and I first go.
See,
I think
what
he's
I
like
was thinking-
beating off while he's talking to
This
dudes.
is what I was thinking. I was thinking he was doing the same thing I was when I was texting you back, sitting over there on the couch.
Beating off, right?
Yeah, beating off.
I don't know. He was very, very strange.
No, I
with
thought like
that.
maybe he's like a cuck, like underneath it all.
I don't know. He's kind of. I used to think he was gay or bisexual.
See? Or maybe just like into like the idea of you being with another guy. Guys are weird. Like some guys are weird like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never met one.
I have. I know a couple guys like that.
Do
It
you
is
really?
weird. Oh yeah.
I actually, back in my slut days, I used to fuck this one guy. He was my fuck buddy, and he used to make me tell him how I liked black dick so much better than his
Oh
little pink
yeah,
dick.
yeah.
And then he'd ask me how it'd feel, and he's like, "It felt better than my dick, huh?" And he enjoyed me torturing him like that.
Sounds like a good egg.
That's crazy.
Sounds like a good guy.
But he
Let's
just,
try that.
I mean, it weirded me
Next
out
time
at
I'm
first.
fucking you, I'll make sure to.
Alright.
Yeah.
Like, I was
Sounds
writing him, and he's like, I got a question. I was like, what? And he's like, I know you like black guys. And he's like,
Is he
what's
white?
Yeah. He's like, what's the biggest black dick you ever seen? I was like, I don't know, maybe 11 inches. And he's like,
Holy
he's
fuck.
like, Jesus Christ. He's like, how did that feel? And I was like, it was all right, I guess. And he's like, it's better than my dick, huh? And I was like, no, I don't really like it. And he's like, just say yes. And so then after that,
Just say yes.
then
say
after that, like every time we messed around, like he would constantly make me tell him how I liked black dicks so much better than his. And then he used to ask me to send him pictures of black dicks, and then I actually sent him a video of me and this black guy fucking, and he loved it.
Whoa.
It's a good old cuck.
And he even asked
Good
me,
egg.
he's like, could I watch y'all? And he's like, but when I'm watching y'all, I want you to tell me how he's so much better than me.
I don't think I would want to be involved in that just because I'd be afraid of the black guy kicking my ass. But
I don't know. It didn't last long with him because it got to a point it was really fucking
Like,
weird.
getting to be creepy.
Yeah, because
That's
that's
a good guy.
he'd just text me out of the blue sometimes and be like, "Do you like sucking black dick better than white dick?" I'm just like, "Why?" Like,
I'm just eating mac and cheese and watching Dora the Explorer. Jesus
This
Christ.
was 3 years ago.
Do we really have to go here?
I've met some strange individuals.
I would say so. I mean, well, it's not like that. Again, it's not that crazy. People are just into weird shit. I mean, I don't get it, but you know, I've seen. There's a lot of people, a lot of good guys that I know. A couple of them are into that. Yeah, no,
Like
there's
the
nothing-
whole swingers groups and all that.
I
right.
actually want to.
Which I don't get that either.
I got, I know a couple guys. I actually work with one that is,
In a swingers
like-
group.
yeah. When I broke up with my ex, he was like, man, I'll have to invite you to one of these sometime. I was
Don't
like,
you have
"I
to
don't know."
bring a girl with you though?
You don't have to.
Really?
Yeah.
Then won't you end up with like more dudes than girls and?
Now, most of them are couples.
Too much sword
And
fighting.
stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, that's mine. I want it for
Well, I was told my
Just had
friend.
me, like,
I have
corn
a
dog
friend
fights.
who enjoys that goes to stuff like that, And she says people really open up their sexual boundaries when they go into that. Like guys who aren't really gay, they end up sucking dick and everything, and they just really get into it. Like,
Sorry.
I'm not gonna join that.
I don't feel that.
I'm
The
rooting
look,
for my
the look
friend
that I
now.
gave when she said guys end up sucking dick. That's your own
She
choice.
says
Yeah,
that
that-
just
that
like their
just-
sexual boundaries really open. She's like, she said she used to bring her boyfriend. He was like completely straight, but like when you really get into that scene and ever you see all these people doing different stuff, like you just really get into it and you do stuff you wouldn't normally do. She said she saw her boyfriend suck another guy's dick.
Is she still with that guy?
No.
Yeah, exactly. That's why.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what happens when you suck a dick in front of your girlfriend. I mean,
So,
She's doing it better than I did.
yeah, if you like your girlfriend, don't do that. But if you don't, maybe you can.
it sounds like the premise though of like most of those like movies where people have like really crazy shit go on in their lives, and then like 10 years later they got AIDS and they die. You know, like
Yeah.
that's not what I don't know. I don't feel like that's a good thing.
No.
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
I'm a
I
very,
don't
a lot of
know. It
experience
depends on
you
what
get
they
from it.
like.
I'm
Maybe-
a very sexually open person. I look at sex as just like an average everyday thing. Unless I'm in a relationship, there's an emotional tie there, but sex to me is just as much as like taking a shower. It's no big deal.
Well, I mean, it's not a big deal, but I
People
think it
make
is.
it a big deal.
I think it's well. There's probably people that don't have like close to being virgins, you know.
Well,
right?
within the past year,
or really religious people.
within the past
religious
year,
people
I've
are
kind of
crazy.
like
Yeah.
opened up more to my sexuality. I realize I am a human and I have needs too.
Everyone's into weird shit too. I mean,
Oh yeah.
I heard you like eating ass.
Yeah, I
How's that
do.
for you?
loves eating ass.
Yeah.
I've only did it once
To a
to my
guy.
ex. Yeah.
See, I can.
Ugh.
He was fresh out the shower, of course. I wouldn't do it on a hot summer day, but
Well, that's Gabe's favorite. He'd tell
Yeah.
his woman, he'd be like, "Hey, go run around the block a couple times. Let's make this interesting."
Let's make it real interesting,
oh, fuck
and then
that.
do it tomorrow.
Oh god, no. No, I did it once. Like
Don't take a shower.
I was going down on him, and
No
I
shower.
got near his balls, and I was like, I wonder how he'd like if I licked his ass. So I just kind of did a little swipe, and he flew across the bed, but he liked it.
I don't.
Yeah, I'd fly across the bed and out the door.
Really,
Yeah,
If a girl
there's
licked
no
your
way.
ass?
Oh yeah.
But you're cool with licking.
it actually kind of feels good. Have you
Ugh.
never had your ass licked?
Well,
It kind of reminds me of like a diaper wipe in a way. It kind of tickles but feels good at the same time.
I feel like that's not something. No.
It makes me feel powerful. Like, yes, you licked my ass.
I guess like I would get that.
Just don't, it just
But see, the thing that throws me off about it, the whole thing, is the dominance thing. Like, I don't really feel like, especially if you're in a long-term relationship, like that dominance thing is not a good
so
idea.
you would never lick your wife's ass.
Fuck no, God no.
Maybe that's what happened. Then the whole dominance thing kind of took over.
So do you feel like you're being the dominant one?
Well, no,
when
you'd be the
licking a girl's
submissive,
ass?
right?
Or do you feel like you're
Yeah.
being submissive? Because I feel dominant as fuck when I
No,
sit on a guy's
if
face
I-
and he licks my ass.
Yeah, if I want to feel submissive, yeah, I'll have him sit on my face. But
Oh god, I
If
feel so
not-
powerful when I do that.
The guy feels so
Worthless.
so relieved of his breath.
I can't breathe.
Looks like
That's
that,
funny.
like that one monkey with the face.
Yeah.
It's the smash face.
Yeah. Sorry.
I had a guy over the winter. He would always message me out the blue and he'd be like, I just want you to sit on my face. And I just got this urge of powerfulness when he used to tell me that, like, yeah, I'm going to sit on your fucking face.
I actually
But would
do
you?
like that,
I
though.
did.
Really?
Several times.
I do like that.
Well, it's not bad. It's
It's
the
where
best
you're
way.
almost like restricted, you know.
Well, and it's the best
I
way
don't
to
know what
eat
it
pussy.
is.
Like,
Not necessarily.
it really is, because you don't have to do shit. Just lay there.
While she sits on your face.
I mean,
but-
she like, grinds your nose down to, like, you know.
The
Nub.
bone.
It's like a
Nub,
nub, yeah.
But it's still better than having to, like, be up. Like, I fucking hate, like, when you're up and then going down and like, you use your tongue so much that you're like all sore the next couple of days, like you're.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking
Oh,
about
you
there.
got like that tongue thing.
I almost like it better 69.
Yeah, it's not bad.
No, I don't like doing 69 because you're like trying to focus on enjoying yourself and focus on like making him pleased too. Like
I actually
you
don't
can't do
focus
both
on
at the same time.
Yeah, but I know so many.
feeling good. My
Well, neither does
priority
the
is to
woman. So neither one of y'all are really
focus
enjoying
on her.
it. But then we're not focusing on being pleased. We're focusing on pleasing you.
See,
but
to me
you're in
that
the same
sounds
category.
exactly
That's
like a
how I
girl.
get off
Because
that.
I know so many girls that it's just like, you go down on them and they're like, okay, I'm good. You're like, okay. How about over here? You know, like, oh, I gotta go. Sorry. Like, just saying, it sounds exactly like a woman. So apparently, there will be no Wes today. I don't know what's going on, but he still hasn't texted, and we're almost done with the show.
Wow.
I know. I'm a little annoyed. I gotta be honest. 'Cause he was supposed to get a hold of me. And we've droned on about sex and everything else here. I would like to go back to the wonderful world of politics real quick. And maybe not like so much. Well, it is a little bit of politics, but going somewhere with this. Do you guys believe in climate change?
Do we believe in it?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
All right. So you give me that look, like, well, of course, right? And you were Christine. You were real quick. Oh yes, yeah. Is it weird that our government doesn't believe in climate change?
Oh yeah.
No, they're gonna say that because they don't want. I think if
We're
they
living
let
it
out
right now.
the truth,
Right.
if they let out the actual truth about not just that, but many other things, there'd be mass chaos.
But you got every other country in the world that believes in climate change. We're the only one that doesn't.
I know, because we.
And here's where I'm going with this. Trump's administration is actually cutting the funding for the climate satellites. That is what allows us to predict where everything's going.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're cutting that funding, so we'll be kind of blind to what's going on from the heat sinks and all the temperature changes for the next 4 to 8 years. We'll be blind to what's actually happening in our climate. That's really scary.
That's not good.
Not to mention, Trump just this last week actually cut the clean water bill.
Yeah, I saw that.
And you know, like Flint is still in a shithole of, you know, green water they're drinking. Again, I know it's only blacks. Who cares? You know, for most of you, but it is kind of a concern. I think everyone should have clean water, black or Mexican or Asian or, I mean, everyone but those stinky Asians. But kidding.
Wow.
But yeah, now we don't have to worry about, you know, the EPA standards are not there for clean water.
No. Which
How-
I can't believe that.
Like, how much of that is, you know, and I got one more. The other thing he's passing this last week, or that he's going to be passing, is a major tax cut for the elite rich, a smaller tax cut for the middle class, and he wants to increase 10% in military spending, which is, I think the total 10% is $54 billion.
Yeah, because we really need that.
And, right, I mean, 60% of our spending is military. Now it'll be 70%. With the tax cuts of the rich, with the tax cuts even in the middle class. And then he also wants to increase $1 trillion in infrastructure, which I do agree with. We do need that infrastructure, but how are we going to do any of that without money? Where's this? There's no part in there where
We're
he
gonna
says, like,
borrow it. We're gonna
this is
borrow
how
more.
we get the money. Nowhere. But even more than that, either side of it, if you're involved in, you're worried about the financial future of your family or of you, or if you're just worried about the climate, I think you almost have to be somewhat political and have to pay attention a little bit anymore, because it's getting to a point where, you know, you're gonna go grab something to drink, and the water will be brown, and they're like, oh yeah, that's typical. We don't clean our water anymore. We don't filter it. We don't have to. We don't have to pay for that.
Bless
So as far as that's concerned, what is the most for you guys? What is the most, I don't know, scary aspect of this Trump administration?
All of it.
you. Yeah, pretty much all of it. It keeps getting worse and worse over time.
Where do you think it's going to go?
There's just so many things that are gonna go wrong with it all, honestly. I don't even like the gag effect that he did on the scientists. That's bad.
Yeah.
That's really, really bad.
He definitely doesn't want to hear anything about climate. Nothing.
I think he's well aware that we're heading for a dead end. But I don't think he really cares. I think when shit really does hit the fan and we're gonna have to figure something out, I think, the more richer, powerful people
Are
will
gonna
be
move.
okay. They'll be okay.
Yeah.
But as far as like people like us, they're just gonna leave us in this waste.
And I think like we're gonna be fine. There's a lot of people on the coast that kind of talk shit on Middle America, but believe it or not, in like about 10 to 15 years, a lot of Florida will be underwater. Florida's a shitty place to move to.
Yeah.
In fact, it's already starting to go underwater.
Is it because of the ice melting, or is it just sinking?
Yeah, because the ice melting. In fact, if you go like on the southern part of Florida, they just have like water's just jumping in on the land.
Yep.
They have like kind of like sub pump system set up, just pumping water off of the off their sidewalks and shit like that. There's like
I
no
love
rain,
Florida.
just fucking water.
I have a bunch of relatives that live down there.
Yeah.
I've
So
never
then
been
you
to Florida. I want to go.
no, you don't. Florida's the worst place ever.
Are you kidding me? I love it down there.
What?
Yeah.
It's got good weather. I mean, if you enjoy humid
Rain
Hot
every
and
day.
sticky and
High humidity,
ugh.
but
I always want to go to the beach.
Where your balls are stuck to like the side of your leg.
Yeah, keep in mind he
I got
likes
my left ball stuck to my right leg and my right ball stuck to my left leg.
to
You can
stick
fly like a
together.
flying squirrel.
Yeah,
Tits
you
sticking
got it.
together, ass cheeks all smushed.
Yeah, that doesn't sound
It's a good
fun.
time. No, it is.
And you have
It's
the
enjoyable.
craziest fucking people in the world there. The
There
worst-
are a lot of crazy people. I was there, it was quite a while ago, actually, like 6 years ago. But yeah, this guy tried scamming me. He's like, yeah, let's go. And yeah, he was going to rob me and stuff.
Instead,
Yeah,
you just gave him a
I'm good.
blowjob and you got away.
Yeah.
That's what's important.
Yep.
It was a win-win situation.
It was.
Felt like I was kissing something down there. I couldn't really see it.
You're like, how about this? Instead of scamming me out of money, how about I give you a blowjob? And I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, sounds like a good time.
Yeah, I think that's,
He said I had some talent.
is that how you got your career started?
Shh.
Sorry.
We
Didn't
all
wanna
gotta
go
start
too much.
somewhere. Look at Nicki Minaj. We all started somewhere.
Hey, I think for her it was pure talent.
Yeah.
I'm on Nikki's side. Remy is a bitch. She doesn't know what she's talking about. She has no talent.
Okay.
She sucks.
The only thing Nicki has on Remy is Nicki's very pretty. But that came with lots of plastic. Have you seen Nicki
Oh, yeah.
Minaj before she got plastic
That's
surgery?
crazy.
Oh my god, she was built like a board.
I'm gonna see
No
if I can
ass,
look it up.
titties, nothing.
Well, I mean, isn't that most
Her
of them,
face
though?
was prettier. I'll give it was more natural.
Isn't that like most of them, though?
No, if I became a billionaire, I'd have fake everything.
Would you really?
Oh fuck yeah.
Why?
Why not?
Why?
If you had money, would you get a bigger dick and
Fuck no.
make yourself look like Brad Pitt?
I love my 2-inch dick, and no.
Oh god, I'd have
You have
so
a
much.
2-inch dick?
Okay, I lied. An inch and a half.
I was
No.
gonna say, man, lucky motherfucker.
Right, I grew a little bit. I know.
Alright.
No, I wouldn't. Fuck that. I mean, for one, you're gonna fuck something up,
Well, you have money to fix it.
and I don't want to
Well,
go.
have you seen
and-
Lil Kim's transformation?
And I don't want to put like all this money into my body.
Have you seen Lil Kim's transformation?
I have not.
Oh my fucking god. She looks terrible. I would never go this far. Lil Kim used to be really, really pretty before
She was
got
very
all this
pretty.
shit done. Have you seen the
See?
recent Lil Kim?
That's what happens is they get addicted to this shit, and then they like look like they came out of a molding.
Okay, here's Lil Kim before.
Yeah, very hot.
Okay, wait for it.
And
This
then-
is her today.
And why? Okay, let me ask a question too. See, she doesn't look that bad.
Yeah. Who's that? Nicki Minaj?
Nicki
Yeah,
Minaj.
Nicki
She doesn't look
Minaj.
that bad.
This is Lil Kim today, too.
No, but she's not all
Why?
enhanced.
Okay, why do black people try to look white? And why isn't that cultural appropriation? But when a white person tries to be black, then it's cultural appropriation.
I don't know. You're asking me questions I don't know.
I'm just asking. Like, I'm not. You guys are in the loop. You're part of the culture. I'm so far out of it. I mean,
Well, white people get, like, for an
I
example.
don't believe that picture. That's not her, is it?
I think it was photoshopped. I don't think her
That's
ass
what
is
I was
that
Yeah.
flat.
thinking. Yeah.
There's no way. I've never met no one
I've
with an
seen
ass
that
that
picture.
flat.
I've
Well,
seen
me.
that picture a lot before, but I was like, "There's no way."
my ass goes inward.
I want to get ass shots. That's what I want to do.
What do you mean?
I want to get ass shots.
What's
Make
that?
my ass bigger.
I want to get ass shots.
Well, you want an injection of semen into your asshole.
Once again, shh.
You want what? What are they?
It's basically like a fat transfer. They suck fats from certain parts of your body and inject it in your
These
ass
giant
instead.
tubes and shit. It's weird.
$6,000.
Holy fuck!
And it only has a 65% rate because sometimes your fat will dissolve. Cause certain fats on your body belong in certain places. When you move it somewhere else,
Right.
it doesn't belong. It'll probably dissolve.
Don't you have like marks and stuff?
No.
None at all.
I mean, probably. It's
Yeah.
probably the same as getting breast implants.
They don't go away.
You
And
can't
then-
see mine anymore.
I mean, like, look, I've had this. See that that scar, that surgery, will always has left a scar there forever. Right, you got. So
It's fine.
if you have this thing to make your Jesus Christ, our legs are. Look at our pale ass white legs.
I've been tanning. I have a little tint to me.
a little.
Not much, but I'm getting there.
Yeah.
my old man black socks
Maybe my
on.
stomach is
I want
orange.
to see.
Well, see that you look like Donald Trump's face. Wow.
Thanks.
What's orange?
That's true.
I mean, you're not wrinkly, but
I'm getting there.
no, I'm just wondering like the whole culture for that's all I'm saying. Like, why is it Beyonce wears blonde hair and lightens up her skin tone?
Beyonce's naturally light.
No, she's not.
Yes, she is.
I've seen.
No.
I've seen.
Trust me.
Right, but she's
She's
believe
mixed.
her.
Okay,
She's have it-
Beyonce's mixed.
she'll have it lightened though for like a Vanity Fair cover.
I mean, probably with makeup or lighting or whatever, but Beyonce's mixed. She's not 100% black.
And then she like blonder hair, lighter skin tone. But if a white person tries to be black, then it's a whole like
Okay,
Rachel Dolezal.
Yeah.
Remember her? Like,
I
holy
guess it's
fuck, she got
I guess
fucking
it's
years
an
old.
insult to them, to black people, when white people get like braids and try to be hood. I guess I don't know. It's an insult. I guess.
But it's not the end. Is it? See, I figured it'd be like an insult to them saying like you want to be white. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, I've seen it. I've seen it on social media where people are like, "Why does she dye her fucking hair blonde? And why is she lightening her skin?" And blah blah blah. But when you tell a black person they're trying to be white, they tell you, "No, this is the look I want to go for. I'm not trying to be white." But if a white person, for an example like me, when I got weave put in my hair and I started tanning, they're like, "Oh, you're trying not to look white. You're trying to look Hispanic or something." No, that's to me. I was just the look I was going for. I don't know how to explain it.
No, I see exactly what you're saying.
I understand what you're saying. I
Kinda
guess
like
I'm just
the
saying.
last show that I was on, and you were saying how, or when you were doing the interview. Yeah, not this last show, I don't think, but we were doing that interview about me. You're like, you ever wear like that jacket that put the hood on and stuff? It's like massive.
like
on.
so big,
Yeah.
that stupid look.
Yeah. You try to act gangster and stuff. No.
I guess white women have more pressure on us to be more natural. It's not okay for us to tan and get weave because then we're being fake. But it's perfectly okay for a black woman to straighten her hair, make it blonde, and make it super long and straight, and bleach her skin, because that is a look she's trying to achieve. But when a white woman does it, we're trying to be something else.
I feel like that's not right.
White women are really hated. We really are.
I think so too. I mean, I hate
I mean,
them.
don't get me wrong. I love black people. I really do. But when I got my extensions put in, I got so much shit, mainly from black people, like my child's father, for an example. When he seen my weave, he was just like, "You're fucking white, Christine. Why are you doing this?"
Okay, but I've got a problem with that because hair extensions were a white thing a long time ago.
Yeah.
Like that's a Hollywood thing from like the '60s is when that started. It started a long fucking time ago. Like that's one of the very few things that white people can be like, no, we started this.
But
I mean, black people have most everything else. They've got rap, they've got blues, they've got rock.
We're expected more
They've
to
got
be
a lot.
more
but-
to be natural because they think we have good hair, we can naturally grow it out. Black people, they don't like their hair, so it's okay for them to get extensions.
I know a lot of white people and they have shitty hair.
Me being
Like
one.
you.
Me included.
Yeah.
Look at
you.
Look at this
Co-
shit. My
look
hair's
at Cody.
fine.
Oh, check this shit out. How about that? You like that?
Look at this. My hair's all dead. Like I have no good hair. I got terrible hair.
Or like,
I even got a fucking
look at Cody.
mohawk.
If Cody started having a receding hairline,
Oh,
he would
man.
start to look like a clown.
This shit would be funny.
That would be very
Hey,
awesome.
you, all right. When's his birthday?
The 14th of this month.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh God, we gotta torture him.
No shit.
Yeah. I'm gonna get him.
I'm so glad you know his birthday.
I'm
That's
gonna.
sweet.
That's
I'm
one
gonna
day
give him
after
a
my
hot
brother.
load. Huh?
It's one day after my brother. I want to get him a clown like makeup kit.
He'll let me do
With
his
the little
makeup.
nose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll let me do his makeup.
That would be awesome.
God, if you'd just let me like put clip-ins in his hair and put a push-up bra on him, I'd be so happy.
We need to catch him.
Pretty
At,
close. He would let you.
We need to catch him at the shop sometime.
Yeah. It's it'll be next Tuesday. Not this
Next
Tuesday.
Tuesday?
But the Tuesday after.
Can I
Okay.
hire a old beat-down hooker off of Broadway for him?
Yes.
Okay.
That would be
I
awesome.
encourage it. I'll throw in.
They're cheap. It's only like $100.
You can. I never find the hookers.
They're walking around at like 3 in the morning. I see
Oh,
them
maybe
all
that's
the
a
time.
problem. By 9
You're
o'clock.
up at 3.
I'm up at 3, but
Shit,
I'm.
you're like up at 5. You're like
Ah.
up when I wake up.
You just gotta drive really slow down Broadway with money hanging out the window, and they'll start coming.
Ugh. I don't know if I'd ever be so desperate for like a blowjob to pay for it from an old God knows. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't think so either.
it's
I
been
don't
a
think I
long
can do
time
that.
since I've had a blowjob, but I still don't think I would.
What if
Yeah.
she was a really super hot hooker though, like model material? Would you pay to have sex with her?
No, definitely not sex. I wouldn't pay to have sex with anyone. That
Life
is,
hasn't got that rough for you.
well, and just because like I know they've had sex with other people, and I feel like I'm an adult now, so I don't use a condom no matter what.
Are you getting back to the whole? Oh, never mind.
I mean, I just you know.
Well, I was reading online somewhere the other
If I'm gonna
day.
use a condom, I'd rather just jerk
Super
off.
rich guys have the most tendency
Yeah.
to go out and buy hookers because it's like buying toys for them. Like they have the money to waste. Like I mean, they could go fuck their super hot wife at home, but they also have the money to go out and buy a super hot escort. So it's nothing to them. But somebody like in our category, you're like, it's not that serious.
It's just I don't know. I also feel like it's just like it's a motivational thing, and I've got no motivation. Like I will be sitting there watching like a documentary or something like that, but if it literally like, you remember when like you're dating, and it'd be like you'd make these plans to go out, and really your only real goal was to be like intimate and you know have some sort of romantic moment, sex or non-sex, you know. I would never do that. Like, I would be so horrible at being single anymore. Like,
It'd probably be like
I
the
would be
one
alone
time
constantly.
You pay like $460 for this escort. You take her home and everything, right, or wherever you're going, and you last 2 minutes.
I almost paid for a hooker before.
And there goes your $460.
Like back in college.
bucks.
Like, but I feel like I was drunk, you
Oh my
know?
God.
And like, but sober, I just don't even,
Don't even contemplate it.
doesn't even come up in my mind, no.
Well, the main thing why guys buy hookers, from what I've read, is the adrenaline rush, the excitement.
I can see that.
You know, like,
And-
is it a cop or a man or a real woman behind the door?
Well, and I'll
like,
be honest, like-
who knows?
If I got divorced or something, I would be a hooker guy more than I wouldn't date. I would just get escorts if I wanted sex.
Really
Like,
cheap
so,
ones.
but I'd probably go to the expensive ones, couple grand.
Jesus Christ, really?
Well, I mean,
Maybe
it'd be
living in
like
a shack
it
before
would-
it's setting over. None
well,
more.
it would be like a once every 6 months kind of thing, probably, knowing me. Because I'd have to like really like be like, all right, it's worth it.
How do you
before-
feel about that industry? Because a lot of people think that it should be legalized.
I think it should be totally legalized.
Legalized and taxed. Did you know in the state of Kansas you can buy an escorting license?
I feel like you should be able to go somewhere to get a hand job, and that should be no big deal.
There's
Like,
places like that.
I should feel like that's not even cheating. I don't think.
The corner. Just chill over here some night.
Like, I need
Walk
a hand
down to the
job
corner.
over here. No, but I don't think that's. I don't even think that's cheating, let alone like immoral or fucked up. Right? I mean, is it that bad? No. It's a hand.
I mean, if you was go home and tell your wife, "Hey, I got jacked off by an Asian parlor today," how do you think she'd take it?
See, like, I don't think she would like that.
Okay, well
But
then
I
it
feel
would be
like-
labeled
but I
as cheating if
feel
you know
like-
it would piss her off. It's
But I
cheating.
feel like she should be okay with it.
I mean, not.
You got
Okay,
a weird
well-
mind.
Well, no.
I see
okay.
where you're coming from, though. No, I see where you're
If
coming
I
from.
was in a relationship and my man came home and he's like, "I didn't cheat on you today, but I got a hand job," I'd be like, "What?" Like,
But when it's all said and done, he didn't love her, probably didn't know her. He's probably some old fat woman. You know, who knows? I've never been
but
to
you
it
have
myself.
me to jack your dick. Why would you have to go to somebody
Okay,
else?
but what if you're not?
Huh?
Like, well, you're busy. You got, your kid's always around. Life is catching up. And it's been like,
Yeah.
and it's like, you just want a good 5 minutes of about you time. Just about. You don't want to have sex.
5 minutes about you time.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's
That's
all
funny.
about my dick. And I want someone else besides just me to love my dick for once. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just want that. You don't want to have
Tired of
sex.
switching hands,
don't
back,
want-
all that kind of shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Try looking at, like, porn and then, yeah.
Oh, it's this. I already watched this one. Damn.
I just...
I've gone through
I had
the
this
75 million videos on Pornhub.
I had this really bad
They're all
moment
repeats now.
where I was looking at porn and I was beating off and everything and like my hand slipped from my phone
Oh.
right as I was about to blow my load and
Oh.
it slipped back to CNN. I'm always on CNN.
So you're blowing your load to CNN.
And it was a picture of that dead kid from like
Are you
you remember that toddler they found
I'm
that
not
refugee-
laughing about that.
that
We're not
refugee
laughing
toddler?
about that, but it's the situation.
I was fucking,
You
I
can
blew
stop.
a load to that fucking dead kid. That picture of us, and I was like thinking, like, holy shit! If someone came in here, if that would be the worst time to get caught.
Try to explain it.
Yeah.
It's not what it
No,
looks
this
like.
is not. You can click back. You can see what happened.
You were out on your couch, huh? Right in front of the window.
Yeah. Facebook Live.
Curtains open.
Facebook. Speaking of Facebook Live, have you heard about the string of people who are committing suicide on Facebook Live lately?
I have. Yeah.
Have you heard about that?
Yeah.
That is fucked up. I wonder why people feel like they need to do it. Like, have you ever felt suicidal? Either one of you guys?
Oh yeah.
Really? You're a straight no. Never.
Never.
I mean, I have before. But it's
There's
been a
two
while.
different. Like I've talked to some people who said I've never thought about killing myself, and then there's people like me. Like there's some days I wake up and I'm like, I'm gonna go drink bleach. Fuck it.
Yeah, but I mean, like, have you ever got to like the point like where you were almost there?
Mhm.
Like you.
Oh
had-
yeah,
you
one
had-
time I had alcohol poisoning.
Well,
I was like, fuck
that's
this
not
shit.
That's being retarded.
Yeah.
That's not knowing your own limits. No, but like if you got to
Yeah.
like you have set out like you're literally like you got like a belt around your neck or whatever, and you're questioning
Standing on a
should I-
chair.
Yeah, like should I jump or fall to your knees or
Oh
whatever?
yeah. I've put a gun to my head and sat there and thought about it.
Really? And what made like what if you don't mind talking like what put you there?
I had a really rough childhood. I'm not going to go into detail about that, but my dad used to have a gun in his closet. I was 13 years old. It was loaded. I brought it into the bedroom and I sat there and I held it to my head and I sat there and I contemplated, should I pull the trigger or not? A big part of me wanted to, but it was like hesitation. I couldn't do it.
Were you thinking more like the only time I've ever been at that point was when I was in a relationship with like my high school girlfriend, and my family loved her, everyone loved her, but she cheated on me like all the time, and it tore me up, and I wanted to be with someone else, and then my mom hated any other girl I dated, and it was just a horrible thing, and I just felt like I'm trapped with this girl for the rest of my life, and so I like He's like, oh, I'd rather just kill myself than have someone cheating on me and all that shit. Which is stupid. I mean, it's high school bullshit, really. I mean, ultimately. But it was the fact that, like, I felt like there's no other way out. Was that kind of where you're at? Or were you thinking more about, like, what are they going to say? How are they going to feel about me being gone?
Well, I mean, I talked to a therapist about it when I was going to school. I mean, long story short, I lived in a household where I got molested a lot, and I got tired of it, and I felt like the only way out of it was to kill myself.
So it was another being
And it didn't help
kind of
going to school and getting tortured by kids, and I felt like my life was an ongoing fuckery, and nothing was ever going to get better. So I felt like if I took my life, I could take myself out of this pain. But the only thing that I remembered what my therapist told me. She said, you're going to look back on this in 10 years and you'll be like, I can't believe I ever thought about ending my life. And which I truly agree with, but in the same tense, you come over other obstacles in your life. Like, why didn't I pull that trigger 10 years ago?
Well, and you're,
like,
and at the time, your career as Wednesday Addams was really starting to move. So, like, you've never seen a picture, is it? Never mind.
I was ugly as fuck when I was 13.
No, you weren't ugly. You look like Wednesday Addams.
I was
from the
ugly.
Addams Family.
Really?
Yeah.
I had no ass. I had no titties. I got tortured at
She
school.
looked exactly like Wednesday Addams. I was expecting a laugh, but you apparently haven't seen that picture.
No.
Yeah, if that had been Cody, he would have laughed. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
Well,
so
Cody's
I mean,
not here.
and then I also, like, as far as, like, relationship-wise, when I left my ex 2 years ago, that fucked me up really bad to a point where I contemplated killing myself. I was in a very mentally and physically abusing relationship.
Was that more,
I
there again,
felt
like being trapped or like...
just the feeling of worthlessness. Like, I got left for a woman who had 4 kids that abandoned all of her kids. Like, you had the perfect woman with me, but you fucked around on me with white trash supreme. Like, and it really fucked me up. Like, I thought I had a family. We're talking about getting married, having a kid, and then 3 months later, boom.
Nothing.
Everything. Like, I felt like my whole world crumbled underneath me, and I was like, I'm never going to meet somebody I love again, and I'm never going to find anybody who loves me.
But you were all at the age of, what, 25, 24?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I still kind of feel that way today. I feel like love is not a true thing in this generation.
I think it can be.
Not necessarily. I mean, what I've realized, people are always looking for the next best thing. Nobody's ever content with what they have. They're always looking for better. It's like the 80-20, though. Like, you have 80% of everything you need, but guys always constantly look for that missing 20%. You want to know his reasonings for why he fucked around with me and chose this woman over me? It's because she never argued with him. But other than that, like, everything else with me was fine.
Didn't keep tension.
I love a good argument. I mean, not over nothing. I like a good debate, I should say.
But and that's what it was. Like, he had everything he needed with me, but he liked this woman because he could, like, he told me he locked her in a closet one day for 45 minutes and she didn't come out swinging on him.
Good lord. That dude's fucked up. You fucking dodged a bullet, for one.
And, like, I've even talked to this woman. She said that he smacked her across the head one day with a gallon of water. And I was like, what did you do? And she's like, nothing. I just went to my room. And I'm just like, see, now he knew if he did that shit to me, I would have stabbed him.
He ended up with a knife up his asshole.
Couple of them.
I don't... No, but see, I kind of disagree with you, though. I don't think that's a lot of guys. Well, I think it's some guys. But I know a lot of other guys that... like myself. Like, I've been married for 10 years this year. I'm happy. I'm fine. I mean, I'm such a faggot that I had a sex dream about my wife today. That's, that's not a one thing for...
would you say that you genuinely love her?
Of course.
Even if she was to get, like, 400 or 500 pounds and...
At this point, yeah, easily. I mean, but it's more than... It's...
You can see it's going through his mind.
No, it's more than looks anymore. Like, she's a partner.
No, yeah.
Like, that's a person, like, I can sit there and I talk politics with, and we discuss building our lives together kind of thing.
Believe
you know what I mean?
I do believe.
Like, so, like, looks is really third on the list, fourth, you know what I mean? But she's a great mother. She's a great, all those other things.
She may not be the prettiest bitch out there.
Right, like,
or
looks
the best
is not
anything,
that important anymore. But at first, when we first got together, of course they were. But I think, like, that has to, like, you have to let a relationship manifest into something more for them to grow. But, like, I know a lot of guys, like Gabe, like, you've never fucked around on your girlfriend, or,
My
you know,
ex.
arguably wife, like at that point.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
You were happy, you know, you were good. Wes is one of those guys that, like, all he wants is a relationship. That's it. A good, healthy relationship, a girl that'll be with him, you know, blah, blah, blah. That's all Cody wants. Like, I know so many guys that are not that kind of, I'm gonna fuck around on, or I'm getting different. They act like they do. I think there's a lot of guys that
There's
are
a
like,
lot
oh,
of people.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, say like
Or we look at other girls and like, damn, look
the,
at that.
the
But they
guy
don't
I was
fucking
with
do
for
anything.
4.5 years, he used to always tell me that I had to be between 125 and 130. I couldn't get any bigger than
Wow.
that, or he would leave me.
See, fuck him. Like,
He like when I went to go meet his family, the day before I met his family, he brought me out to get my nails done, made me get a fake tan. He made me get my hair done, like basically to present me as a trophy.
right.
And I always feared when I was with him, if I didn't look my best when I was with him, he would not like me anymore. And like I lived like for 4.5 years, like anytime I knew he was coming over, I would take an hour to prepare myself because he would bitch if he came over and I was in sweatpants, like what I am today. He would get so mad at me.
That is a shitty relationship, though.
But he swore he loved me. He loved
doesn't.
me.
I mean, yeah, he didn't.
How can-
He loved the idea of you. But like, if he's not having like in-depth conversations with you, then he doesn't love you. I mean,
He wasn't a very.
If he doesn't want
he wasn't a
your
very
input on
in-depth
stuff-
person as is. He was very shallow, even with himself.
I can't imagine like.
I didn't realize that like the first year I was with him, because like we went through a honeymoon stage the first year we're together. Like
Of
I'm
course,
talking
yeah,
about
yeah.
just fireworks and everything, and I didn't really see who he really was until as time went on. And then I started to realize like there was no depth to this man. His personality is drier than an 80-year-old woman's vagina. Like he had nothing to him. You could not talk to him about anything with depth.
That's ridiculous. And I think if you don't have that moment, if there's not those moments where like you're, and these things happen organically, where, you know, for some reason you wake up, like you're it's late at night. Either one of you hasn't fallen asleep, and the other one like wakes up, and you just have like that. You're like watching an old shitty movie and talking, and you have this like just, it's just this awesome moment. And you can even have, you know, I even had it with like my kid and my wife. We're sitting there, you know, laying in bed watching Trolls, I think, at like 5 in the morning. Just some weird, like he woke up not feeling well, and she woke up because of that, and I was still awake. And like there was this like just amazing hour or so of just like talking, watching a movie. But it was like, it was great. If you can't have that in a relationship, then you don't have a relationship.
I did have that a
You
long
know,
time ago.
I think if it's only sex, if it's only like how you look and all that bullshit,
Well, see, the fucked
it's
up
not worth it.
part
It's
of
not
my
worth it.
relationship I had for 4.5 years was I was very in love with him. I didn't care if he lasted 3 minutes in bed. I didn't care if his personality sucked. Like his outlook on life was terrible.
I think
Like,
you gave 110%.
oh God,
to
like
that.
I thought he was next the best thing to sliced bread. Like I thought the world of him. And I used to always see something in him nobody else saw. Like even my mother said that he was a spawn of Satan. She hated him. Everybody I met like hated him. They
What did
said
you-
he sucked.
What did you like? Like, was it again like the idea of him? Because you said he was not very. He was shallow.
I think I held on to what I seen when I first met him, because like we started talking when I was 8 months pregnant. My child's father left me when I was 7 weeks pregnant, and like you know we started talking as friends and
That's
like
a real,
you know,
that's a real stand-up fella right there.
Yeah.
like we started talking on Facebook, and like if I posted something that seemed like I was down and out, he'd call me like, hey, are you okay today? Do you want me to go bring you ice cream? Like he was always there for me. And that's what I held on to, because he showed me so much attention. And like I used to not have a car when I first had my daughter, and he'd bring me to the store to get diapers and formula for her. And like one day he's like, you know, he's like, I'll pay for this. He's like, I think it's shitty. You have to do everything on your own.
So he really just kind of, and I don't want to say this is but he really just put in like a minimal amount of effort to care.
He used to be okay.
Like honestly,
Before I
it's not
got-
that crazy. Like
This is how things evolved over time. Like when me and him first got together and we got really involved with each other, I used to always tell him I wanted to get my boobs done. He's like, why? He's like, I love you the way you are. He's like, you're perfect in every way. And then over time, like, he's like, you're getting fat, you need the exercise. And he's like, you need bigger
Wow.
boobs, you need different makeup, you need the dress different. Like, everything about me, he started to want to change. And I used to ask him, but you used to love me. Like, he used to tell me all the time, he's like, he's like, I think you're the most beautiful when you don't do shit with yourself. And then over time, it evolved to, you need to fix your makeup. You need to wear this instead.
I think what you had maybe thought was a lack of depth is that he put any sort of mental exercise into trophies, into what he owns, and he was manipulating you that entire time, if you ask me. Like, got you, like, kind of like a drug. You know, you ever done, like, Oxy?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you just feel like amazing.
I do believe at one
You're
point
always
in time,
chasing the Oxy high, but he was giving you
I
fucking
do
baking
believe
soda
at one
after
point.
I don't-
I think what happened, okay, because Antonio's a very ugly man. I don't know if you've ever seen pictures of him. Very unattractive black
I
male.
have seen him, yeah.
Very unattractive.
Yeah, not
Have you ever seen him?
Yeah.
He kind of looks like the Predator off of Aliens versus Predator.
but not
an
nearly
attractive
as
man.
cool.
Yeah.
Not nearly.
Not even halfway. And I think, honestly, I was the prettiest woman he ever got with. Even his mom told me that. And I think when he got me, he was like, oh, well, if I can get her, I can get anybody. And that's where he started to think, you know, where I used to be the best thing, I wasn't good enough anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's good. That's a good point, because certain people do fall in that like line where they don't understand like
I do believe
how lucky they are to have what they have.
I do believe he did genuinely love me at one point in time, but I just think it's like anything else, a flame that burns so hot at first dies out quicker.
Start taking.
I think it does. I
everything
mean, it
for granted.
can. There again, it's got to transfer into something else, like that, like intimacy and the attraction has got to go to at some point into talking about like your dreams and your goals and your fears and your
And that's
all of
one
those
thing
kind of
that-
things, and make politics or whatever, like, you know, a bigger world of, you know, humanitarianism, whatever it is, religion, if
And that's
your
one thing
thing.
he lacked in. Like, when I would ask him, where do you see us in 5 years? He's like, well, I don't know. And I used to always tell him I wanted another kid. I wanted to go to school and everything. He's like, well, we'll see. You know, he had no, like, he just always lived for today, not looked into the future. Like, he's honestly headed to prison or something else.
Well, and
at
I
this
think
point
you
in his
want
life.
something more in your life, and some people don't. And yeah, you just couldn't be with somebody who, like, even though he left you, you would have left him, or you wouldn't have been happy.
Well, I left him.
I
left,
thought.
Yeah, I
well,
left
he
him.
cheated on you, though, right?
Yeah, he tried to rekindle stuff and lie to me and say that he was done messing with her and everything. We got back together in 2015 for like 3 months because he said he left that girl alone. Come to find out he really didn't, so I left him again. But like that whole year of 2015, he begged me to come meet me or begged to come to my house just to talk and send me messages. And like, he thought I got in a relationship in the summer of 2015. He sent me this long ass message at 6 in the morning saying, you deserve someone so much better than me, and blah blah blah.
He's all drunk, I bet.
Probably.
Do you find yourself like, and we're going a little bit longer than I thought, but whatever, it doesn't matter. Actually talking about, you know, interesting shit.
Yeah.
Do you find yourself more? Because you've told me before, like there's a classic I gave you. I gave you side by side of Richard Sherman and Russell Wilson. And I was like, which one are you more into? You said Richard Sherman, like the bad boy kind of gangsta thug looking. Do you find that changing at all? Like
It has
does it-
drastically changed over the years, like, because I'm kind of a rebel at heart myself.
Right.
You know, I'm what, when a guy looks at me and then looks at a college girl, I'm like, you know, I'm the fun one. I'm the more spontaneous one.
Kind of.
To an extent, not
You're
like I
starting to
used
look just like. I mean, they
Yeah.
all. I mean, you're a fucking unicorn if you don't have a tattoo anymore. I swear to God.
Yeah.
But I've learned over time, like, you know, the older you get, you just kind of grow out of certain things. Like, Antonio didn't necessarily fit the criteria of what I usually date.
Well, and like if you have. Well, I thought he was more of like a.
He has a combination. Antonio's very intelligent to an extent. He doesn't sound intelligent if you talk to him, but he is a very intelligent man. He has a college education and everything else, but he's still from the hood. So he's like a good combination of both for me. Because I realize guys who, you know, sell drugs and, you know, gangbang and shit, like, talking to him, you get as much knowledge talking to a fucking wall.
Right.
Like, I can't do it.
Well, and it's not just them. I mean, there's the white guys that don't fucking that make meth or fucking live at their mom's basement for until they're 30 and what. Of course, those guys are actually usually smart. To be honest, they've usually got like some sort of.
Well, this guy isn't that smart, but he's like 40 something. And he's still in his mom's basement.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
No, that's the dream, if you ask me.
Really?
Oh fuck yeah!
My
no,
cousin,
there's
my
no
gay
way.
cousin, he lived with his mom all the way up until like 35. His mom died 2 years ago, and now he's out in this world and he doesn't know what the fuck to do with himself because he's always had his mom.
That's the dream, if you ask me. I don't know.
Not necessarily.
You guys
You
must,
would know how to survive
You
once
guys must
that
have
you lose
bad moms.
that.
My mom is the best.
Y'all live like not even a block
So,
away from each other.
When I
Not
moved,
always.
that's
not
crazy.
always.
But when I moved back to my parents for just how long was it? It was about 6 months. Moved back. I was like, oh, this ain't gonna be bad for the first
Well, your mom's a sweetheart too.
month, and then I was like, I don't like it how there's other people walking around.
That kind
Like
of thing.
there's
yeah,
other lives
you're-
going
you're
on
right.
inside
No,
the house. You know,
I agree 100%.
you see what I'm saying?
But I'm just saying,
I
like,
couldn't wait to get out of there.
in the long term, you've got someone cleaning for you, cooking for you, all sorts of.
See, I feel
That's alright. Like, Mom,
I don't like seeing other people do all the work.
The only thing
I don't mind seeing other people.
I miss about living with a family.
I would do good if I had like butlers and stuff. I would feel at home.
I really
Like-
hate paying bills. I think that is my main. Like, cause I always
Oh,
think, like,
yeah.
God, if I didn't have to pay $650 a month for rent and all these other fucking bills, what could I do with this money?
That's our time. Kind of came up on us quickly, but thanks a lot for listening, guys, and we will be back. We're gonna start doing on the Saturday shows or whatever day. It'll probably go on our
Whatever day
page.
works best.
Yeah, it'll probably go like at some point to our Patreon page, so listen to it for free while you can. They'll be about an hour and 35 minutes long. But yeah, that time kind of snuck up on us. But thanks a lot for listening. You guys have a good one.